Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Super Limit Breaking Neo DLC content. One of the things I'm looking forward to the most is the customization feature, just because we're going to be getting 23 options for that specific department, which is excellent to see. Going back to Season Pass 1 with the 3 different DLCs, Superhero and the 2 Diamond Packs, we only received one customization piece for Piccolo. That was it. It was the upgraded Red Ribbon outfit from the Superhero movie. They didn't include any additional accessories, no cool suits for any other characters. Piccolo was the only one that got to shine from Season Pass 1. They listened to the feedback. They're changing things for Sparking Zero Neo over here, and again, we're getting 23 outfits slash super attacks. It's a mixture of both, right? So we're going to go ahead and break all that down, going over everything that you need to know, what's going to be coming with this Neo DLC in terms of the customization feature. We already broke down all 33 characters. They're bringing in characters from original Dragon Ball, GT, OVAs like Chilled Super Saiyan Bardock, some additional films like Chi from the Broly movie. It's going to be a great time, right? So here we have the actual costumes. Over 20 new customization options have been added, including costumes and special moves. Customize your character to recreate iconic scenes and unleash your own signature special attacks for even more exciting Dragon Ball battles. And here we have 3 different categories. The first one is going to be costumes that only change your appearance. So you won't be getting an upgraded skill set, no super, ultimate, or transformation. Again, it's just going to be costumes that alter the character's appearance. So nothing too fancy, but I do like how they're bringing a lot of these in. So the first image that we have here is going to be original Goku with the classic red attire, right? The one that we currently have in the Sparking Zero roster is going to be more of the orange colorway. So this one is going to be a bit more better in terms of capturing the original anime feel. I think the orange one is like from a recap or like a flashback from Dragon Ball Super. I think the Super Broly movie. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. But in the original Budokai Tenkaichi 3 game, Goku was able to transform into the Uzaru states. I imagine that we would have been able to do that, but unfortunately that's not the case for this character. We know in the base game, Kid Goku can't transform into the Uzaru state, so I just thought, with this outfit here, since sometimes they do include additional supers, ultimates, or transformations, whatever it may be, I just thought it would have been a good idea to get that Uzaru form. I know in BT3 they also had other Saiyans that were able to utilize the Uzaru transformation, such as Raditz, Nappa, Bardock, Fasha, but it makes sense for them to cut out those forms here in Sparking Zero. But going back to Kid Goku, it would have made sense to include the Uzaru form. So there's that one. And then the image on the right is going to be Goku Z End. You can tell because of the detailed Super Saiyan hair. The Super Saiyan form from Mid Goku is going to be more of the fluffy aesthetic with not as much details as we're seeing here. So the reason why I'm looking forward to the 59 casual suit for Goku is just because we're able to transform into Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3, which is something that we haven't seen him do in the actual anime. Of course, leading up to the Cell games, you know, I believe like the final 2 weeks, Goku and Gohan were just resting, trying to master that Super Saiyan Grade 4 ability. And of course, we see him utilize this classic attire undergoing Super Saiyan. That's cool, right? We get to recreate all the scenes, but imagine using the Super Saiyan 2 and 3 supers, ultimates, just transforming with this 59 outfit. It's going to be too peak. So looking forward to that. And plus, just the casual attire in general is always a plus to get in Dragon Ball video games. It's typically their fighting attire, which makes sense. The third character with an additional uniform that won't be altering their skill set is going to be Teen Gohan, something similar to the 59 outfit. This is during that same era, leading up to the Cell games when he was trying to master Super Saiyan. We got the white Chinese gi. It's cool because he actually met General Tao. Well, I believe it was Cyborg Tao, which is funny because we do have General Tao in the game, but not his Cyborg edition, which they had in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I feel like they could have just included Cyborg Tao as a skin, alternate preset with maybe a new Super Ultimate. I digress. Yeah, we have this uniform here, something similar to Goku. We've only seen him use Super Saiyan 1 with this attire, so going Super Saiyan 2, using all the attacks, battling Cell, or even recreating the scene, going up against General Tao, even though I think General Tao just ran away with the flying pole thing. Next is going to be Trunks from the second Broly movie, which is cool because I feel like they're just trying to capture the entire theme from that specific film. They're including the stage, which you can see in the background. It's an altered version of the destroyed planet Namek stage, right? With the blue skies, the gray, rocky environment, the lava in the background. But they didn't include Second Coming Broly. We got the Battle Damage Gohan, the Second Coming Videl uniform, and Trunks, but no Second Coming Broly? Come on, man! That was like one of the better fits in the entire film. Anyway, new free stage. That's going to be part of the free updates. You don't necessarily have to pay for the DLC to obtain the variants in the backgrounds. They've confirmed there's going to be 3 new ones. The page stages, there's going to be 4. A 5th if you count the variants. Anyway, hit Trunks. I even like how he snatched the necklace, right? From that one dude. I don't even know his name. Fodder character. He was like going crazy or whatever it might have been. But yeah, he snatched the chain from him. And then, yeah, he's wearing it right there. Can he transform into Super Saiyan 2? No, what am I talking about? There's Videl. You can see a little bit more of the stage in the background. Second Coming. It's cool how they're including this just because it is a uniform that we've seen before. Same thing goes with the green jacket for Trunks. They were both in Xenoverse 2, right? But now just having additional options in Sparking Zero, great to see. The hat, it's just like droopy. And that's basically it. You know what they should have done, which is not necessarily a big deal, but Goten. They should have included that one satchel that he had when he was carrying the Dragon Balls as an accessory. I feel like that would have been cool. Android 18, you know, more of the visuals or uniform from Dragon Ball GT, right? Specifically, remember him trying to avenge Krillin after Android 17 destroyed him. So sad. And yeah, these are going to be the 2, 4, 6 outfits that will just apply the uniform, nothing more. Comment down below your favorite one out of these 6 here. Probably for me, would have to be, I think, the casual uniforms for Gohan and Goku. Moving forward to costumes that only change performance, such as techniques and transformations. So all the uniforms under this category are already in the game. However, we're going to be getting an additional preset, I'm assuming, with these new attacks that we're about to break down. So Piccolo over here, his new performance or skill, again, is going to be the same outfit with the blue belt, the demon uniform, but with the ultimate blast, it will change over to Masen Kugeki, which is the attack, at least in the trailer, used against Salza. I think this is coming from the Cooler movie, right? Where he does the stretchy arms, and then afterwards he goes directly into the special beam cannon. So an update for original Piccolo, and also an update for Piccolo fused with Kami. So now we have all 3 variants. Well, we've had these 2, but since they're including OG Dragon Ball with 23rd World Tournament Piccolo, right? And that's all 3, and plus his giant form. Anyway, going over to fused with Kami over here, Ultimate Blast transforms into special piercing combination attack. What do they mean by transforms? Maybe he like activates potential unleash or something. I have no idea. It is Google bootleg translations. This is going to be the Japanese Sparking Zero website. We're just working with what we got. So we did see a little bit of this in the trailer itself. Unfortunately, Ultimate Gohan is not going to be getting any sort of upgrade. I thought he was initially because we do see him use that Super Kamehameha. But according to this image here, it's going to be one of those combined attacks where Piccolo uses the ultimate and then Gohan will come down, which is still great to see. Don't get me wrong. I love these dual animations. You can already see Gohan obliterating the opponent with that super ultimate Kamehameha, and then Piccolo taking for days as per usual, charging up that focused special beam cannon. Looks like he's about to snipe Gohan, not gonna lie. But yeah, dual combination there. Ooh, what would you call this technique? The combined ultimate of Super Kamehameha and Special Beam Cannon. I mean, Super Special Beam Cannon would be the obvious one. Oh, Special Beam Kamehameha? Kamehameha Beam Cannon? Ooh, that one kind of has a cool name ring to it. So yeah, 2 upgrades for Piccolo, kind of nice. I'm looking forward to the complete animation for this ultimate here. Just because, yeah, usually the dual attacks in the game, they go crazy. Caulifla has one, Goten and Trunks, they have one. Who else? Can't necessarily remember. Anyway, moving forward, we have Quillian using that Rosé energy. I think this is going to be a dual attack with Android 18. Don't quote me on that, because in the trailer we do see both of them kind of using the similar technique here where they just keep knocking the Ki Blast back and forth. They're playing ping pong now. Ultimate Blast changes to Round Cannonball. Oh, round. I got it. I don't know why they separated the word like that. Round Cannonball. Alright, I'll put 2 and 2 together, quite literally. Cool technique there, you know, using an ultimate with his wife, you know, tag team combination. It's usually mentor and student, family, son, whatever. But now, husband and wife taking the lead over here. Moving over to the right, we have Goku and Frieza. So specifically the super variants of Goku and Frieza. This is the Goku that can transform into Super Saiyan 1, Blue, and God. Right? I said that out of order, but you know what I mean. Frieza, same thing. We have his golden transformation. But the accessory is now there. I can't quite remember if Super Frieza already in the game has the Halo accessory. Probably. Just because that was shown pretty much when ever since he's been brought back from the Otherworld Hell stage or whatever it was. But yeah, they're literally taking this from the story mode as well. Of course, it's from the anime, but it's in the Goku story mission, I believe, where they destroyed Jiren. Cool animation going on there. Frieza and Goku tag teaming. Who would have thought? Not me. But in the actual trailer, we do see him, or Frieza asking Goku to launch me with that volleyball stance. He flies forward, provides the aura, both arms flying, and then boom, tackles Jiren, and then Goku comes in like a missile going Mach speed, trying to activate that Super Saiyan just because he's out of ki. So cool how he goes to the original form instead of blue, and then again tackles Jiren. They both bring him off the Tournament of Power, and they're victorious, man. Such a cool move. Glad they're bringing this in the game. It's like you activate the ultimate attack and a whole 2-minute cutscene is going to be playing out. I wouldn't be surprised if the opponent just rage quits right there. It's like, hey, I don't have time for all this. I already lost, bro. Why do I have to sit through a 2-minute animation now? And then they'll just back out the game for you. Which kind of will suck because I don't think you'll get the points. But yeah. Ooh, this is another cool one. So they actually teased this in the launch trailer, or the teaser trailer, right? This is something that we've been new forever. Blue Goku, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Blue Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. So something interesting I'm noticing with the names. So you see Piccolo fused with Kami, and then Gohan's obviously in it. It doesn't say Piccolo fused with Kami / Gohan. However, for the Goku and Frieza one, it does say both their names. And going over to the Goku and Vegeta one, it says both their names. So this is my theory. For Piccolo, obviously it's going to be his ultimate. If you play as Ultimate Gohan, he's not going to have anything new. But for these guys, I think you can pick either one. So if you pick Goku, you can use this dual ultimate. Also, if you pick Frieza from Super, you can also use this ultimate. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter which character you pick. If you want to use this ultimate, you can pick one of the two. That's my guess. Why else would they put both their names down for this dual ultimate and not specifically for this dual ultimate, you know? So same thing applies to Goku. If you pick Vegeta, you can use the dual Super Gallic Kamehameha. If you pick Goku, you can use the same technique. It's just vice versa. Vegeta, then Goku will jump in. If you play as Goku, then Vegeta will jump in. You know what I mean? So cool uniform here. Battle damage, they're both already in the game. Again, this is going to be the costumes that only change the performance, such as techniques and or transformations. I like how they said transformations or included this, but none of these are transformations, right? Just attacks. Well, maybe this one, because this say Ultimate Blast transforms into Special Piercing Cannon, so maybe Piccolo does do something with the transformation. Who knows? Oh! Wait, yeah, because correct me down below if I'm wrong, but can't original Piccolo transform into fused with Kami? Or is that like a separate standalone character? Well, what I'm trying to say is, if it is an actual transformation, they just slap that over this new ultimate during the actual cutscene. Ooh, so it's like 2 in 1, the transformation and ultimate. Ooh, and then after the ultimate is done playing out, you stay transformed in the Kami. But again, I can't necessarily remember if it's actual transformation in the original game. Moving forward, costumes that change appearance and performances. So best of both worlds. Not only it's a new outfit, but it will change your super, ultimate, or whatever, maybe blast 1s, blast 2s. And this is what I'm looking forward to the most. Son Goku Z first half. He finally has a transformation. This is early Goku. There's early, mid, and the late version. Mid already has the fluffy hair Super Saiyan, which is the image on the right, and Z End has Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. Early Goku had 0 transformations. He did have the Blast 1 Kaioken boost, but that's a technique, not a form. Now we're getting false Super Saiyan, man. Oh, wait, I just realized. Yeah, not a true transformation. It's for the ultimate attack. It's been confirmed thanks to this website here. And you even see him revert from false Super Saiyan into his base form in the actual trailer. So it says costume/performance Ultimate Blast, which is the ultimate move. Obviously. Changes to leg and strike. Leg and strike. So just to reiterate, not a proper transformation. Right? He transforms for the ultimate attack during the animation. He does the mini strikes, the consecutive energy blast barrage, and then he reverts to his base. I know, it would have been great to see it as a transformation, but don't get me wrong, this is still hyped to see because it's the very first time, be sure to correct me down below if I'm wrong, that they're including false Super Saiyan Goku in an official Dragon Ball game. Nowhere to be found in Burst Limit, Raging Blast series, Budokai series, the classic Tenkaichi series, the Game Boy games. Nothing. False Super Saiyan made its first debut without using mods in Sparking Zero. That's a W, man. This is just the first, so it makes sense for them just to include it as an ultimate attack. Maybe later down the line, Sparking Zero 2, or just the next Dragon Ball game, will get an actual playable false Super Saiyan Goku. Maybe even a future updates. I feel like they could maybe have a legitimate transformation for the character. So there's that one. Son Goku mid-season Super Saiyan. This is going to be from the Kura movie, the first one, when he revives the bird with the Super Saiyan energy. And then Cooler, he throws down the supernova. Goku, being the GOAT as per usual, holds off the supernova and then finally pushes it back with the Kamehameha energy blast. That's what this is, or where this is coming from. The facial animations, the expressions during the process of creating this ultimate is just pure cinema. Look at that. Even his eyes, they turned from green to blue. That's how crazy it went. Anyway, that's like one of the outfits I'm looking forward to the most. Next is, oh wait, we didn't read the description. The ultimate blast transforms into a full power Kamehameha. Yep, that's what I like to read right there. Son Goku, the late variation. Dang, so they're updating all 3 versions. What about the super version? Anyway, the end of Z attire, right, with the turquoise gi, the white belt, the green pants, the yellow wristbands. Ultimate blast changes to vanishing vanishing meteor. I like that name. During the first teaser trailer, I even mentioned, dude, that reminds me of Meteor Combination because of the downward Kamehameha. I mean, he also did this in the anime, but not completely because the stage broke, fell apart, and then saved Oob. But the reason why that I am bringing that up is because it shares the name slightly. It has a meteor in it, going back to the 23rd edition Meteor Combination. The start of it and now the very end of it with Vanishing Meteor. Interesting. Anyway, Z late version. Dang, so he's getting multiple upgrades. This is, of course, from the Broly movie. That's so cool. Ultimate blast changes to Legend Smash. Man, how, again, they're just bringing that entire scene into the game as an ultimate. According to the trailer, like the camera starts off zoomed in on Goku's face and then it pulls back out with the camera being tilted. You know, the dying planet in the background just like, erupting. And then the music. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, so cool. And then we get that cool dramatic finish, which this is actually in Dragon Ball FighterZ as well, right? So it's not necessarily the first time we've seen it in the Dragon Ball game, but still cool. The clash, Goku wins with that enhanced power-up Ryuken thanks to Trunks, Vegeta, you know, Piccolo, all the characters, Gohan. And then he finishes him off. The explosion at the end, which does make sense because he always rambles on and on about he's overflowing with ki, with power. So he literally just implodes. Bro implodes. So nice. So uniform there, it's going to be like the complete battle damage where he's missing the torso part, which is nice because we have that for the super variants. And I think even the mid variants, like with this one. And the first half, dang. But never the end form. Now we can do that. Imagine Super Saiyan 2 and 3. Woo, so cool. And Gohan versus Bojangles, Super Saiyajin 2. We have the classic orange uniform, which was only from the Bojack movie. I mean, Ultimate Gohan had that as well. Am I missing anything? End of Z. No. Okay, moving forward. Ultimate Blast transforms into a flash of lightning. So where he does the Kamehameha and then flies through the opponent. Both Bojack and Gohan now have this ultimate move. They both did it in the movie. I was confused when in the original game Bojack used this because I was like, wait a minute, why does he have Gohan's attack? But I was thinking, oh yeah, he also did it as well. He just lost the clash, right? So Gohan's finally getting it. Son Gohan Youth adult variation. The Golden Warrior, right? The Golden Fighter with the orange star uniform. Ultimate Blast changes to Punishment Rush. When he was going up against the robbers, he did the Pressure Palm key attack because don't want to go all out, don't want to destroy those humans, right? So it just knocked the car forward, made them crash. I think there's more to it. There has to be maybe a Kamehameha Blast or something. But cool uniform there. This one is kind of peak. Son Gohan Youth with the Supreme Fit. Or, what is it called? The Z Sword outfit? The Supreme Kai outfit? I like to say the Supreme Fit. Ultimate Blast changes to Z Sword Slash. I really want to know how that's going to be looking like. But you can see him using like the start of the animation with the cool stances there. Anime accurate. I don't think it's going to be altering his combo strings moveset at all. Well, the super attack, yeah. Or was it the ultimate? Yeah, ultimate. That's basically it. But I'm glad that they're including this form. Now we can transform into Super Saiyan 1 and 2. Ooh, that's going to be nice. Trunks Fighter. It becomes impossible to transform into Super Trunks. Ooh, that's interesting. Whoa. So they're purposely removing the Super Trunks form if you pick this new outfit for the Fighter Trunks. Dang it, I was kind of hoping to see that, just because stuff that we haven't seen in the anime is always a plus. Dang, man. Anyway, so Melee Trunks, right? The one with the long hair, the Saiyan battle armor. He's going to have the classic sword look, right? With a short haircut, no jacket, which is strange. I feel like they could have kept the long hair look, because if they did it that way, long hair Trunks with just a tank top, that would be directly from the first Broly Z movie. You know, when he flies down, transforms into Super Saiyan, completely tears the jacket. Dude, missed opportunity. But I get why they have this variant as well, just because it's a real thing that happened in the anime, right? This is the version of Trunks when he goes back to his timeline and finally destroys Android 17 and 18. Which does make sense for them to bring back the stage. The second variant, that's going to be part of the free updates. It's the clear skies, the bright setting, right? So now we get to recreate all of that. We got the uniforms, the characters, and the stage. Bardock. Bardock can transform into Super Saiyan. Nice. I mean, we kind of knew that already. But Super Saiyan, I think he's going to have a new attack as well. Doesn't necessarily say. Android 17, this is going to be original Z17, just with the new trench coats. This is not Hellfighter 17. Hellfighter 17 is an actual separate character, right? The one from GT. If Hellfighter 17 is on the same team where Ultimate Blast transforms into Hell Combination, they can combine to form Super 17. Nice! So, if Hellfighter 17 is on the same team where Ultimate Blast transforms into Hell Combination. Okay, so we have not only the fusion technique, but a new ultimate attack, Hell Combination? Or is the Hell Combination mixed in with the fusion? I think that's what I'm reading. So you have to have both of them on the team to get this Hell Combination attack and fusion. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Videl, Great Saiyan Woman. Blast transforms into Justice Judgment. And that's going to be it for the outfits. Go ahead and zoom up a little bit. Comment down below the outfit you're looking forward to the most. Me personally, I think the ones that change the appearance and performance is like too nice. How many do we have? I think I started the video, I said there's 23. Real quick, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. There's a 23rd one out there as well. Some of you guys probably realized. But that's the false Super Saiyan Goku, just extra clarification. It's for the ultimate, not necessarily transformation. This guy right here, Adult Gohan, again from the Second Coming movie. Battle damage variants. It's strange how they didn't include this on the actual website itself, but it is what it is. We know it's going to be part of the actual DLC. There's 22 on the website. If we're counting this, which we should, because new battle damage variant, it's a total of 23 uniforms. I've had enough. Ugh. And then they do the bros Kamehameha into the family Kamehameha. Wait. Oh my days. Do we have family Kamehameha in the game already? I know we have bros with Goten and Gohan. Dude, please. Please include the family Kamehameha. That's all I ask. Legitimately, that's all I ask. You have the stage, the characters, the outfits. We need that, family. It's not going to be a thing. I'm sure they would have shown it, a little bit of it, at least in the trailer, and it's nowhere to be found. Anyway, all the costumes. I'm looking forward to this major Sparking Zero overhaul. It's going to be a great time. Z-Sword fit is going to be top tier. All the Goku upgrades, excellent. And the casual uniforms, great stuff. I'm excited for the recreation of Second Coming Broly movie. I feel like that's going to be my first stage I'm going to be playing. And just going against the characters. Oh, dude, again, Second Coming Broly. Why don't we have the original Golden Super Saiyan hair color? It makes sense what we have already in the game with the suppressed hair because he has the jewelry on, Paragus, suppressing his powers. But again, they included Second Coming outfit for Videl, Trunks, the battle damage for Gohan, but not the Second Coming aesthetic for Broly. Man, those two things, the golden hair and family Kamehameha is what I want to see. But too late for that, apparently. This is it for today's video. Thank you guys for the immense support, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.